we end up talking about AI every day, and man, nobody's got it figured out. But how do you see that impacting your business, Raj?
Yeah, I actually see it impacting it quite a lot. So, both at the macro level, right, and also down to the individual talent level, right. What's fascinating is that, it's less about, to be honest, the tools itself, but rather the construct change in the business model itself. So, tools wise, we started using, we've been using machine learning software for a while, some kind of pseudo elements of AI before AI was a thing, right? And certainly when ChatGPT came out, that kind of blew things up a lot more, right?
Yeah.
So, as an organization, we try to use the best tools available to us, so we can ideate, we can, do work more efficiently, and also with a higher quality, right? So that didn't change whether AI was here or not. We were going to be doing that regardless. So as an example, pre-ChatGPT, we were using a tool called writer.ai, right, which allowed us to do our frontline editing. All our editing was basically filtered through this one product. And so we can kind of create a voice and tone for a client, and then any content creator, designer, and so forth or PR specialist can write content, put it through Writer, filter to the company, and it basically did our first line editing, right? So we're already doing things like that. It's almost like saying, hey, don't use, during that initial era of time, and there's a lot of agencies not doing anything or just doing it from a gimmick. We were doing it from a framework and quality and speed to market standpoint. So the way we view it is that AI as a whole introduces a different level of tooling for us, whether it's coding tools or creative design tools or content management systems or data and research abilities or ability to analyze things faster. We're going to embrace those, but we're going to embrace those within a framework. So we have a set methodology in how we work. And so we apply that same methodology, whether we're brainstorming in person or within a product and tool set. And we sort of apply that throughout. So that methodology remains the same. In my business, at least, we use frameworks and methodologies. We don't just use a tool. So it's not like, hey, go use ChatGPT or Gemini or pick your flavor, whatever. It's no, let's think through this in this set way. And yes, you should be using Gemini to help you, research something or put something into Notebook LM and dive into it and so forth, right? So that framework has already been in place for a while, and it's just making sure that our employees understand and know how to use that, and also use it in safeguard ways, because there's a lot of risk that comes in kind of using these things without truly verifying and then putting things out there, and then the agency is going to be very, very liable. So we have to be very, very careful. So, context, understanding frameworks, methodologies, and policies around it. Where the shift has been in my head, perhaps, right, over the last, probably 6 to 9 months is really when agentic roles started to really push through. Those allowed you to basically start developing post-trained models in order to complete a function or a job, right? So my business, the agency business that is a very talent-based business, right? And as a result, we have typically been able to scale really with only talent, right? So if we win, a $5 million contract, we're generally going to add 3 to 4 million in payroll. It's a very linear growth, unlike software. The notion of actually creating synthetic roles or agentic roles changes our dynamic of our business dramatically. So if you think about it from that standpoint, the entire services industry is having to rethink their business model, whether this is an accounting firm, a law firm, an agency, or consultancy. Anyone that's based on revenue and people in a linear fashion, we're suddenly having to rethink, well, revenue growth doesn't now have to totally equal people. It can also include essentially agentic roles or synthetic roles assigned with people. The crux of it is how you still maintain a very strong work output, and where it makes sense and where you're still generating great ideas. For me, you can use all the tools in the world, but if you can't create high quality ideas that kind of break through, it really doesn't matter. Just because you can create a lot doesn't mean it's going to be great.